same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 seas.
Good morning, my beautiful babies. It's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Hey, I hope everybody's out there doing wonderful this beautiful Friday morning. Listen, guys, this morning we're going to do something a little different. You know how we usually come on here and we talk about ourselves, what we need to do to change, and how we can better ourselves. Well, this is all good stuff, but this morning I want to come and talk about something a little bit more serious, and it is our loved ones. Guys, this is a subject that none of us really want to talk about, but it is definitely something that we should all start addressing. When we start talking about the importance of mental health, it's not only important to self evaluate ourselves, but it is also extremely important for us to evaluate those around us, especially if we are responsible for people like children, elderly people, anybody that we are caretakers over. We should pay just as much attention to their mental health as we do our own. I'm sure that all of you are aware of all the suicides that have been in the news, from celebrities to beauty queens, uh, everyday people. It's just been a lot. And so today I want to come to you and talk to you about checking on your babies, okay? Checking on your loved ones. I think this is something that we need to start practicing a lot more often. So all of us have somebody in our life that needs us. Every last one of us. I have an elderly mother. I have a granddaughter that has a mother that has some issues. So um, she needs, extra care as a young woman growing up, not really being able to have that close knit relationship with her mother. I have a son who, needs me. I just can go down the list. So what I wanted just to say today is, even if you say, oh, well, I don't have anybody around me, it's just me, go volunteer somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Go volunteer and help somebody. But this weekend, that's what I wanted to do, is to tell you to go check on your babies this weekend. Let's start checking on each other's mental health. Okay, let's start checking on each other's mental health. We don't know how many suicides that we might be able to prevent if we would just not ignore the elephant in the room. Let's start addressing the elephant in the room. Far too many times. And if we could only imagine how many suicides happen every day that we don't get to hear about. Not every suicide makes it to the national news. There are hundreds upon hundreds of suicides happening every day. And not all of them are by someone jumping off bridges or cutting their wrists or hanging themselves. Some of these people are dying of slow deaths by overindulging in drugs, all types of bad habits that could be slowly killing them, and they are slowly committing suicide. And some of us we see this every day. We watch people around us, we see them around us, and we see them suffering, and we see behaviors that disturb us, and we see things, but again, we sweep it right under the carpet and we act like it's not there because it's easier not to deal with than it is to deal with, because often we don't know how to deal with it. This is why we have life coaches, therapists, all of these people out here that are here to help and assist. But most people, we will spend money on everything, all of our habits, our alcohol, our marijuana, our cocaine, our meth, our sex, our shopping, whatever your vice is. We don't mind spending money on things like that, but we don't want to spend the money on our mental health. Our mental health needs to be checked up on yearly, just like a mammogram or a pap smear or your yearly physical. You should start getting yearly physicals upon your mental health. Okay, and as well as not ignoring the signs that you see of the people around you. I came today to talk about us taking care of the people around us, paying attention to the warning signs. I had a conversation with a really good friend of mine last night who lost a friend, who had been giving them warning signs, warning after warning after warning that he was headed into a brick wall. Well, this brick wall ended up taking someone's life, and now this young man will have to spend the rest of his life in prison. So, really, two lives were taken, really, countless lives were taken, because all of the people connected to these two individuals will now have to suffer because someone is missing. So if we had paid attention to the mental signals that were being shown to us, we may have been able to save these lives. Every time you see war and fighting and all of this stuff going on, it is coming from some type of mental disturbance. And we can keep acting like that's not it all we want to. But it's continuing to burp in our face and show up every time we turn around in the news, all over the place. Okay? So much going on: racism, hatred, hate crimes, and just senseless crimes. People walking into places. What would make a person walk into a place and just start shooting up people, just as many people as they can? That's mental disturbing. That's mentally disturbing, and we have got to start paying attention to the warning signs before someone gets to go into a store and kill up our relatives. Check on your babies this weekend. For the people around you, you know, this might be triggering to some people because some of y'all know that there's some people around you you are concerned about already. There are behaviors of people around you that you are already concerned about. But you keep making excuses. You keep coming up with everything under the sun to not address the elephant in the room. And mental health is the elephant in the room we can no longer ignore. I'm asking y'all to check on your babies this weekend. Check on your babies this weekend. I'm so serious because you might just be able to save somebody's life. We don't even know what all things are people going through because so many of us try to walk around because we've been taught as a child. Think about it. As a child, again, when you get hurt, everything's okay. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Everything's okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. That's what we've heard all our lives. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. When really everything is not. Everything is falling apart. There's a tower moment after tower moment after tower moment happening in our lives. But yet we keep telling everybody and ourselves, more importantly, that everything is fine. So for that strong friend around you that keeps talking about everything is okay, for that friend that you know that's got money issues, help out that this weekend. Go surprise that person with a cash app. If you got extra money to spare, instead of you spending your money on your habit this weekend, send your friend a blessing. Hit your friend's cash app. Hit your friend's PayPal. If you know an elderly person that can't get out and about, but of course you know there must be things that they need, errands that need to be ran, pull up on them this weekend and go ask what you can do to help them. There's so much we can do. And then if you have a girlfriend, you know that she's suffering in silence, dealing with the domestic violence. This weekend, go get her out of the house this weekend and pray with her. This weekend, go talk to her and tell her that it's safe for her to leave and to just come up with an exit plan. Don't try to bite the whole elephant at one time. Take it one bite at a time and come up with a plan to exit. Come up with a plan to exit. If you got a friend who you know is an alcoholic, this weekend, do an intervention this weekend with that friend. Go have a conversation with that friend. A loving, connecting conversation and say, friend, we need to talk, friend. Okay, you're killing yourself with this alcohol. Whatever you see your friends or your loved ones doing that everybody sits on the phone and talk about with each other, but won't talk about it to the person who needs to hear it. Do that this weekend. Do something different. Call up that person and say, hey, I want to have a real, honest, heart-to-heart with you. You broke somebody's heart. You made somebody feel terrible. Make it up this weekend. Do something to make this up. Admit that you were wrong. That's all most people want at the end of the day, is to be acknowledged, to have their feelings and their emotions acknowledged. Acknowledge that you hurt somebody this weekend. Call somebody up out the blue who thought they'd never hear from you ever again, and tell them you're sorry. But mean it. Don't just call somebody up with some piss poor ass apology. When you call these people up, mean it. Surprise somebody who you know might be going through a hard time in their life this weekend with flowers. All I'm saying is check on your babies this weekend. We got to start paying attention to our mental health, y'all. It's important. It is very, very important. And it is hiccuping in our lives all over the place. We see episodes of mental disturbances in the news every single day. Kids killing their mamas, mamas killing their kids, boyfriends killing their girlfriends, girlfriends killing their girlfriends, and husbands killing the whole family, and wives killing their kids. I mean, what is going on? This is all a mental disturbance going on. Volcano eruptions where they have suppressed so much pain, so much anger, so much resentment that it's hiccuping in the space of society. And this weekend, I'm asking all of us to do our part by going and reaching out to the people we know are hurting around us. You shouldn't even have a problem finding somebody. I'm sure you got several people. Again, a lot of people suffering in silence. They will play like everything's okay. They'll be that strong girlfriend who you think got it all together. The one who you think her life has everything, or you this whatever, whoever it is. There's always somebody in our life that we think from the outside looking in that this person got everything they need and want. Call that person this weekend and just ask them, "How you doing, friend? How you doing?" I just wanted to call and check on you and see if there's anything that you need to talk about. Anything you've been going through and just want to get off your chest. We get so inundated and so selfish sometimes with our own problems that we forget that there are other people around us that we need to be more cognizant of, more passionate toward. We need to learn how to do that. So I just wanted to say to you guys this weekend, go be good to somebody else. It'll make you feel good. Plus, not only that, it's sowing good seeds, so it's great karma. Never do anything to anybody that you don't want done to you. And this weekend, put yourself in the shoes of one of your buddies, one of your kids, one of your relatives, one of your friends, one of your neighbors, one of your church members, whoever. Put yourself in the shoes of people around you who you see hurting, people around who you know need a hug. Put yourself in their shoes this weekend and go place your energy around them. Sometimes all some people need is just somebody to say, "I love you." Call up a friend and just say, "Hey, friend, I love you." Stop by somebody's house who you haven't seen in a while and pull up and say, "Hey, I didn't want to do nothing but just come and tell you I love you and give you a hug." You don't know how that could change somebody's day. All I know is we are responsible for each other. We are responsible for each other. We are one, and we are love. And the more that we can start to practice that, the better. We've all been guilty of not loving each other. We've all been guilty of judging each other. We've all been guilty of being envious and jealous and what have you with each other. We have. Every single human being on this earth has been in that energy. But now let's do something different. Let's do something. Let's try and do it. What, like they say, what would Jesus do? Let's do something different. Let's do it with love this time. Let's return to love, the very thing and that resonates in the core of our soul. Love. Let's return to love this weekend and go give some love. When you give love, it comes back to you. A lot of us single people out there, we always talking about we want to be in love, we want to be this, we want to be that. But how much love are we giving? because you get what you give. So my thing this weekend, on this morning's Motivate My Morning with your favorite coach, Sherri Hill, is to tell you to go check on your babies this weekend. Check on the people around you. Call up the people around you. Surprise the people around you. Do something special for the people around you. There are people hurting. There are people facing eviction. People about to lose their car. People who can't buy groceries. People who can't put gas in their car. People, who can't make it to the doctor. People who need to go to the post office. People just need little small things done. And you can be that small miracle in somebody's weekend. You can be that miracle and then turn around and expect your own miracle. Expect your own miracle. Okay? That's my message today, guys. I love you so much, but I really do think it's important that we not only take care of our own mental health, but we start to take care of those around us as well, our loved ones, because we are all responsible for each other. And again, when we can all return to love, what a beautiful and amazing place and space that will make for each and every one of us. Well, this is your Tease Coach, and you know I love bringing you these messages. Until Monday morning, I want you guys to go out there and have an amazing weekend. Please don't forget to call up somebody and help somebody this weekend. Whatever you do, be a blessing and to someone's lesson this weekend. I love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Okay, y'all know I love y'all so much. All right, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys on Monday morning. Until then, go out and make somebody's weekend amazing. I love you. Bye-bye.